Hey, welcome to my 100% walkthrough of Elden Ring by Level Up Pub Gaming. So I am here in Nokron, or close to it, right over here outside the Mimic Tier fight. So go to the Mimic Tier, come right out here. There's a couple of items that I missed down here. I was noticing as I was uploading the episode, so I missed this Ghost Glove War 3, and if we come over here, I missed a Smithing Stone, I believe. When I was fighting the Crucible Knights over in the Aqueducts over here. So, as always, if I miss an item in a previous episode, I notice it, I'm going to come back and show it to you guys, just in case you guys missed it with me. Don't want to be responsible for you guys missing out on any loot, so... Hey, thank you, kind stranger, for praising my message, which one it was. So, you see the little loot right there that I missed. Completely spaced it. I believe it's Smithing Stone 5, which is... muy importante. Yes, sir. Alright, so now that that's done, our first order of business is, well, I gotta go to the round table hold and upgrade a few things, and then we're going to go back underground and take out Nokstella City. So I went ahead and did a bunch of farming, did the farming routes for supplies, and got some runes so we can upgrade some summons and some weapons. So we're about to get an 8, 9, and 10 for our Ghost Glove Ward so we can upgrade our Mimic to max.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
So even though we got a Somber 7, I'm actually not going to upgrade that yet. I'm actually not going to upgrade this to 7 at all. I'm going to leave this as 6. 6 will get us entirely through the Altus Plateau. Upgrading it to 7 will just be a luxury because there's other weapons that I want to upgrade first. But for you guys, as I've said before, don't pay attention to how I'm upgrading weapons because I'm doing it a little weird to accommodate me rebirthing into different builds. So for you guys, just pick whatever your favorite weapons are and just upgrade them to as high as you could possibly take them at any given point. Do not worry about, oh, what if I find another weapon later on in the game that I want to upgrade and I wasted all my stones on a weapon that, you know, I'm not really digging. That might happen in the beginning of the game, but by now you should know which weapons you're comfortable with, and all you're going to find are different variations of the same kind of weapons. So if you do find a new weapon late game, by that point we'll have the bell bearings and the smithing stones available to buy them, so you can upgrade whatever weapon you want to almost max, if not max. So don't worry about it. Just go ahead and upgrade your favorite weapon that you've been using up to this point to as high as you can possibly take it. Don't really try and follow what I'm doing, because this is the first weapon that I'm going to take up. I'm actually going to take it up to 9. And then we're going to continue upgrading the Uchi Katana. I believe. And then next, we're going to upgrade this when we switch over to... We're about to get a knife here in a little bit that we are going to use for just sort of a backup weapon. And this is also a backup weapon that we will be using when we switch over to the dexterity side, because it's so light and it has an incredible, absolutely incredibly powerful weapon art called Nebula. We'll take that up to 6 too. And then next we're going to start upgrading this. Whew, excuse me. When we switch over to intelligence, this is the staff that we want to be using. But until we upgrade it to the level that it needs to be at, we're going to be using the meteorite staff. And then this is perfectly fine at 15. 15 will get us all the way almost to like towards the end of the game. So we are good on our upgrades. Go dump a bunch of runes into some supplies and then head on out. Get to it. So, like I said, we're going to start underground, we're not gonna progress anywhere further than the end of Nokstella. We're just gonna do Nokstella because we really shouldn't even be doing Nokstella at this point. Nokstella is gonna be a little bit rough, so that'll be probably the hardest part of this episode. And then we're gonna come here and turn this study upside down, which is really trippy, to get over to the Divine Tower, and then we'll head back into the Altus Plateau. So let's go ahead and head on over to Nokstella. Alrighty, you guys, so we got some rough customers here. These guys, they don't mess around, neither do the ants. The ants do not like fire, so it's always nice to snipe them from a distance or throw bombs at them. As you can see, they got some health on them. They took that entire thing, and then the mage or the warrior is still alive, so these ooh, nice. That's actually a really nice armor set. I'm super happy I got that. I'm getting some good armor drops in this playthrough. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap around this bank up to about here, and then we're going to stop, cut across. We're not going to go up this staircase. We're going to go up this one. And going up this staircase is going to take us... Just want to make sure no one's around me. Going up this staircase is going to take us across, and then all the way over to the other side. And then we're going to come out here, and then we're going to work our way back, and then come back down. So that's the path. There's a warrior over here, and then a one walking in front of him that you want to be careful of. You don't want to fight more than one of these guys at the same time. They're pretty rough. This is the boss that we fought in Celia, the town in Caelid. So now we just got basically a boss that we fought in the game. Oh, slick. That we have to fight multiple times. Wow, I can't believe I won that exchange. So basically, you know, at some point they just, oh, what? He can see me? Oh, whatever. Yeah, so you want to have something that you can close the distance and catch these guys with, because they're pretty limber. They like to hop around and dodge projectiles pretty well, so spellcasters might have a little bit of trouble with them. They're a lot better if you can just rush up and rush them, because they don't have much poise, and they'll break out of their attack animations with every hit they take, basically. So come back here for some silver husk and a pretty creepy view. I always feel like there's a monster that's going to come flying out of here and grab me. So over here, these snakes, man, they pack a punch. They'll poison you, and they will jump onto you and latch onto you, so don't sleep on these guys. Make sure you take them out as quick as you can. They are really nasty. They're not fun, not as cute as they look. So don't go up there. There's nothing up there, and then when you come back down, they will ambush you. A bunch of these snails will drop down, start spitting poison at you, so stay away from there. I promise you there's nothing up there except just a trap. And then up here, see these guys waiting for us. See if we can throw a free shot at them. Oh, that was good. Oh, good lord, there's one right next to me. Get away from me. Where'd the other ones go? Oh, there they are. Get away from me. Forgot you, buddy. Alright, so this is as far as we're going to go. Now we're going to cut across the river. You can hear another one. Oh. So these guys, be careful. As soon as you take them out, they will explode into a little bomb of electricity. But it also hits anything that's around, so we can use it to our advantage to take out some enemies a little bit later. As always, I was gathering materials in between episodes, which I hope you guys are doing too, so that your crafting materials look as nice and rich like mine. So let's go ahead and, you know what, that was a mistake. Don't make fire bombs if you can, because we picked up the means to make lightning bombs in the last episode, and that is what we want to make here, because everything is going to be in water that we're going to be fighting. and the lightning will increase in damage when the enemy is standing in water. So I believe we picked up that. Yes, we did. So picked up the cookbook for electrical pots. So go ahead and make those. As soon as I run out of these fire bombs, I'm going to make a bunch of electrical pots. There's some silver fireflies here in the river. I'm just going to go back up on the other side because I believe there's an item by the Grace that I forgot to grab. Ooh. Oh, this way. I believe it's some holy grease. Or magic grease, man. Alright, so we got a warrior right up here on the stairs. Let's go ahead and wait for him to turn around, then we'll run up and give him a repost. Yep, there we go. Didn't know how far down he was coming. Or she, not too sure what kind of, which gender these warriors are. I know that all the Black Knife assassins are females, and that some of the Crucible Knights are females, but not too sure what all the Nox, Swordstress, and them. I don't know if they're all females or not. They sound like females when they die, or like the yells they let out when they get hit. So I'm not too sure, but okay. So we got one right here, and he's staring right at us, so you can't sneak up on him. So just go ahead and, yeah, see, he already sees us, so throw a bomb at him and then hop in and start fighting. See, they love to jump back like that, and then they can extend their weapon and whip you. Get lucky there. So all these are pretty much fake except for this one right here. Get the ant skull plate. I think it has poison buildup. Yes, it does poison buildup with the shield bash, but you need to have some pretty high strength to use it though. Most of the great shields, you have to have some pretty high strength to use it, unfortunately, so let's go ahead and throw some bombs to these guys trying. Get multiple of them, but all we need is one to go down, and then he will shock the rest. Like this. And then it's like a chain effect, kind of like those land squirts. So as long as you get them all grouped up like that, it's most likely going to take them all out, especially if you throw a couple bombs into the middle of them and weaken them before they start blowing up. Archer Ashes. You know, I'm actually pretty certain that some of these Ashes of Wars were supposed to be used for certain fights. So this part is kind of pretty annoying. These ones with the metal, you see how it went to 15, went from like 200 damage to 15. It's because of these mass on their front. You actually have to get behind them to hurt them. So go ahead and just try and get in behind them like that. See how much damage that one did. But don't get caught by these guys. See how much damage that did. So these guys, just like 3 of them can attack at once, and then, yeah, that's it. That'll take you right down to pretty much nothing. So you don't want to get grouped up by these guys at all. See, attacking their fronts will just do almost nothing. I don't know how I'm reaching around. Actually, I think I'm reaching behind their guard because of the sight. I'm almost 100% certain the sight reaches behind shields. So that's the reason I'm able to attack their front, and you might not be able to. So you'll have to jump behind them, like I showed you just a few seconds ago. So let me see. Large scythe featuring a long, slender blade designed to reap. This weapon is capable of rapidly inflicting blood loss while also slipping through an enemy's guard. So scythes are able to get past their guard. So that's the reason I was able to hit them, but otherwise you're not going to do any damage with anything else, and you have to get behind them. or throw some bombs behind them. So now we can buy some, I believe, Ghost Glove Wards 3 and 4 now. Start making some lightning pots. It's going to do us very well in here. Alright, so up here we got a little slug hanging on the wall. It's going to come down on top of you if you try and, oops, grab that item. Alright, so coming up, we've got some Indiana Jones coming up. Just run straight ahead, because if you look over there, you'll see a giant ball at the top of the stairs. Now this thing will go fast. It will catch up fast. It's freaky how fast it'll go. Let's come over here and jam a stone sword key in this. And then we got 2 Noxtress warriors that we gotta fight in here. Let's go ahead and just whoop them up as quick as we can. Okay. The ball's not gonna obviously come in here because it's too big. We want to hit these guys down so that we can turn around and go deal with the ball. So it should come up and it'll get stuck on this corner kind of right here. It might straighten itself out. Oh jeez. Yeah, so it's freaky. It'll charge right at you, and it's pretty creepy how fast it can go. So don't think just because it's rolling over here slowly that it's not freakishly fast. But every single hit should knock it back. Even if it charges at you or starts rolling towards you, see how I hit it and it goes back? So even if you're stuck in a room with one of these, you just need to keep hitting it, and it'll keep getting pushed back. But if you sit there too long or you try and run away, it'll come after you really fast, and it does some disturbing damage. So we're gonna have to deal with a few more of those. Come on in here and get the Night Maiden and Sorceress puppets. There's nothing out here, I don't think, except a pretty view. Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna cross the bridge where that ball just came from. Make sure you go out of your way to grab these silver tier husks. That's how we make those perfume bottles that are gonna give us boosted attack power and defense. Excuse me. Make sure I'm grabbing everything. Missed 2 items in the last few episodes, so. Okay, so in here, I believe, is a trap. As soon as we walk in, the door's gonna close, and then a ball will drop down. So, like I said, we're gonna be trapped in a room with one, but as long as you just keep tapping it, it won't be able to roll at you. So, don't freak out. Just throw a bomb at it and start swinging. So you can see it right there. See, they're pretty much harmless. So don't panic. But most people did. I know I did. I panicked first time I saw it, didn't try attacking it, tried to run away, and it just started smashing me. So that's kind of the gimmick. But they're harmless. So now, as soon as we get an 8 and a 9 Ghost Glove Ward, we can upgrade our Mimic to full capacity, which will be awesome. Here, I got everything over there. And I'm only using the Mimic until we get a few different other summons. Mimic is kind of just like having 2 players, just because it's an exact copy of your build, and your build can be pretty powerful sometimes. So just to make it fun and challenging, I'll use a couple of different summons that aren't as good, but are still pretty valuable. I'm just using the Mimic now to save some time and get through some stuff easier, because this game can be really, really hard, especially for people that have never played a Souls game before like me. And I guess when I get into playing the previous installments of Souls games, I'm in for World of Hurt. I guess Sekiro and the Dark Souls series are much more difficult than this game, but I can't wait to play them. I'm excited. And of course, if I like them enough, I'll most likely do walkthroughs for them as well. Alright, so in here we have a ball hanging up at the end there, but it's going to stay up there instead of falling down, and it's just going to start dropping blobs, like infinite amount of them. So you're going to see like maybe 4 or 5 blobs drop, and the ball won't drop until you throw something at it, and then it'll fall down and stop producing blobs. So we're going to throw a bomb at it, try and get it drop down, then try and hit a couple of blobs to get them to blow up, and then we'll just kind of try and keep this. Too late. Oh, so that missed me just... Oh, shoot. Oh, there it is. See how much damage that did? So, yeah, if you let it start rolling, it will do some damage. I was going to try and blow up one of these, and hopefully the 3 would blow up with it and then take out the ball, but I think I did that once, and it was probably by accident, so don't try that. Just go ahead and take care of the ball. Ouch. Whoa! I didn't realize that guy was blowing up. That was my bad. Okay. Don't believe there's anything else out here. No. There's a chest right here. Don't forget to get this. Second somber smithing stone 7, and then there should be a somber 6 and a tear scarab right here, so sneak up. Don't want to spook it away, it'll start running up the stairs. Right there. Alright. So up here we got kind of a mini boss. It's just two, so duck down, you don't want them to see you. Right there, because those 2 globs are going to turn into silver tears, and it's a pretty rough fight if you do it on your own. Those guys hit hard, and they hit fast, and they dodge really well. So you can see this guy right here, he's trying to hit him from a distance. Yeah, because these guys aren't easy. So, but we get a summon, so let's go ahead and summon our Mimic. There's no other boss in this area, so don't worry about wasting your summon. Up. No Mimic, so the Mimic might actually walk in a bit early and aggro them, so try and hurry up with your buffs. That's good enough. So don't hit the blobs, let them spawn in. Just go ahead and start hitting the Nokstress warrior. They're pretty good at dodging. Oh gosh. That's close. Don't touch me. Oh man. Pull that off in time. Poor boss. Touch by me. Well done, Mimic, thank you. Alright, guys. Let's go open this chest. The Moon of Nokstella increases your memory slots, I think by 2. So as long as you put that on, you can put an extra 2 spells in. That's a talisman, of course. One more silver tear husk over here in the corner. And then I want to head on over to grab a gold seed and try and take out some ants from up on high, so that way we don't got to deal with them when we get down there. Take some water. Alright, guys. So we are nearly done with this place. Just got a few more things to do. Come on down here and grab this gold seed. There's an item up over there. We'll grab it real quick, but we're just going to take out these giant ants from a high point, so we don't got to deal with them when we get down there. Because they're both, plate heads, so go ahead and aim some pots at their rear ends, do some extra damage, and then assume, oop, man, that did more damage than I thought it would. If you try and hit them from behind, they usually can't hit you from up here. There we go. One. There we go. So you try and, just get it behind their head, or hit their, whoops, oh man, Let's see, let's do Frenzy Burst. Try and hit their rear. No, that's not going to work. Ooh, can I make items? Okay, cool. So yeah, try and aim for their rear as they're rearing up to spit acid at you. Where'd you go, buddy? Knock it off. Ooh, that worked. That was amazing. Alright. So after you get him down, I'm going to come over here. There should be a ant warrior. Yeah, there he is. I'll wait for him to come back this way, I guess. Oh, well, I got that one. So what you want to do is try and get him next to a blob. Ooh, that's way off. And then have the blob go down. It will take, see, it'll blow up and do some damage to him. Oh, I missed him. Just barely missed him. Come on, dude. Alright, well, this isn't working out. Let's just throw ahead. Go ahead and throw ahead. Go ahead and throw some bombs down at him and his amp. See how much damage that's doing just because he's in the water. So yeah, make sure you're throwing lightning pods. It's gonna make clearing these guys out a lot easier. Well, he's just staring at me like, what you gonna do? Not mean to lock onto that guy. I'll go ahead and Frenzy Burst, yeah. So yeah, if we try and go down there and clear all this out, man, that's just gonna be a giant mess of stab, and there's a couple of these blobs that like to shoot them projectiles at you too, and then you got the Noxtress warriors on ants. Yeah, it's just big old headache that we don't gotta deal with now. Let's see, yeah, there's one more right there. So unfortunately for anybody that's not using Frenzy Burst, I'm not sure if you're gonna have anything that'll reach this guy, so just do your best to lob a pod at him. Wow, didn't even aggro. So, see. Still hit him with a pod, just I feel bad for anyone that's not on the Faith side that can't use Frenzy Burst, because it has got some awesome range on it. And it's so fast that most enemies that do dodge a lot can't dodge it, so. Alright, now those Noxtress warriors down there, towards the end of this, are taken care of. We don't gotta deal with them. What we do gotta take care of is a group of ants right over here. I mean, if you guys want to go down and fight these things, mono e mono, just for fun, you know, feel free. I just like to make things a little bit easier because this game is hard enough as it is. Are all of them? Cool. All right. Should be an item up over here. Again, another little freaky part that always makes me queasy. Thought there was a... Oh, butterflies. Now we're going to head back towards the beginning real quick because there is one more room with a treasure chest in it that we need to go grab. And then we'll head on over, grab a grace, and then we'll go over to the next part of the episode, which is the library that we've already done. We went through that library and we fought that wizard. We climbed up on the rafters. So we're going to turn it upside down, do it again. And yes, it's the same wizard, but this time it'll give you a different spell for defeating him or her. Again, I'm not... So I've made the mistake of calling a few people in the guide already the wrong genders, and I'm just confused on who's what. So if I say him and it's a her, and if I say her and it's a him, I apologize. I know I got one of the invaders wrong. I thought one of the invaders was a guy or a female, and it was the opposite, so it's my apologies if I get something like that wrong. Alright, so go ahead and just throw some bombs into the middle of these groups right here, so it'll blow them all up. You gotta deal with them. I thought it would. What are you guys doing? Are you invincible? There, good lord. That's weird. Normally if you blow one up in a group, it'll blow the rest of them up, but it did not work out that way. So these ones you don't want to, that's why we're not going down the river that way, because these ones will sit up here and shoot at you. So very, very annoying. Let's go ahead and take them out first. So if you try to come down this way and you're fighting that ant and all these things shooting at you, So come towards these guys. Yeah. Oh, nope, missed it. Dang, so close. Oh well. Stay in the water just like that. Real smart. Yeah, you're not gonna hit me from down there, dude. Come on. Really? Yeah. Rest in peace. There's a couple more up here. So yeah, if you can time it so that that ant comes by those blobs right after you hit it, and they're all about to blow up, then it'll pretty much just take it down in one explosion. It's really satisfying. But I messed up the timing. But I'm sure you guys will be able to do it. It's always satisfying when you can set up trap kills in this game. Use your environment to take down your enemies. Okay, so come look over here. Oh no. So be careful, it ripples out. You see that little ripple right there? And if those hit you, those little ripples, it'll do a nice chunk of damage. So now we got an 8, and I believe we'll get a 9 here in a second. And we can go upgrade our Mimic to full capacity. Alright, so this is back at the beginning. It's where we fought the first two, and then over there were all the snails. Oh, we missed one. If I come up here to these stairs. Okay, so I'm just gonna fight him. Okay. Rest in peace. I actually was hoping to get their bottom. I like their, yeah, it goes over the bottom part of their uniform. I wear it with a lot of my different builds. Alright, now let's head back down to the river. And we will grab Grace and then head on out of this place. Ooh. There's a gold centipede. Your friend? Fine, I'll get him. Really? Horrible aim. That's good. So you see how many pots we're going through. This is why we farm for supplies for exact spots like this. I believe that, yeah, there's gonna be some blobs that'll drop down. Just go ahead and plop a lightning. They'll take care of each other. So that right down there is where we fought the Dragonkin soldier, the very first one. There's a side of Grace right over there. See? So that's that big, creepy looking statue that doesn't move. One more. I think there's some gold rings to get by the exit. And there's nothing over by those giant ants. I just didn't want them to come over to us for any reason, so yeah, we can use the runes. But yeah, there's nothing over there. All that's left is just these guys over here. Oh. Hit them, but didn't take any out. Whenever you come across blobs, always look up top, because usually some fall down when you try to grab items. But last celestial dew and some gold runes. Now we're out of here. And that's Nokstella, you guys. Easy peasy. However, we will not be fighting the baleful shadow that Ronnie asked us to fight. Not yet. It is extremely difficult NPC, and if you get hit by it, it'll most likely kill you in one shot or two. So we're going to come back a little bit later. We're a little bit stronger. But down over here, there should be Glove Ward 9. Yes. That's the only item in this entire area. Well, except for some Deepkissed Urbas, but there's nothing in these waterfalls, so the only path ahead is straight down there, and we'll get invaded, and we will get crushed. So we're going to come back to that much, much later. We are done with this part. So next is the tower. Let's go invert it. Alright, so we've got a cutscene here, which is pretty cool. Ooh, good lord. Almost had a level up. I apologize, you guys. I should have checked that first thing. Let's go take out a few vulgar militiamen. Do a level up real quick. Wasn't even paying attention to what my runes were at. I'm going to level up instead of using these runes to level up my spirit summon, because we have a boss coming up that's actually really hard, and I'm going to try and showcase parrying him, and he might whoop me because he's one of the more annoying bosses in the game. He does have an easy cheese to him that I'll show you. If I'll give myself 2 chances to parry him, and if I fail spectacularly, which I very may well do, because I'm always nervous when I'm recording these episodes for you guys. If I do, I will go ahead and show you guys how to cheese him, because they put the cheese in the game for him and another boss like him because of how difficult they actually are. But yeah, we got a hard boss in this episode coming up. We're about 5 episodes away from getting a new rune spot to farm for runes. So only a few more episodes of taking out these vulgar militiamen to cover our level ups. That should be enough. And then always stop at the birds. And that's how we get our flight pinions and our foul foots. Just taking out them poor birds. Where are we going, guys? Where are we going? Study hall. Study hall. Oh, water. So delicious. Okay. I believe we're leveling up one of the attack attributes next. Yes. Dexterity. Let's do it. Alright. Now time for the cutscene. My apologies. So you can remove the statue to turn it back upside down, just in case you want to go through it as it was before, just in case you haven't yet. But a lot of the things that were in here before that didn't make sense are now going to make sense, such as these hands and enemy placements and stuff like that are going to make much more sense now because it's upside down, like it's supposed to be. So come dangerously jump down in here, and then there's going to be some spider hands that'll come off the wall. Oops. Let's go ahead and just try and hit them with a pot, so we're not having to deal with them when they come in. Darn it. Alright, so as soon as we walk right through this little archway, the wizard is going to appear right here. So, fortunately for us on Faith, we got Frenzy Burst that can take care of her. If you're on the intelligent side of things, I recommend getting into a Loretta's bow battle with her. But the thing is that you want to try and pull off whatever projectile you're throwing while she's charging up her bow. Because her bow attack, you can either just shoot it really quickly, but she will always charge it up. She always charges it up to shoot at you as hard as she can. So during the time she's charging it up, you want to hit her to break her out of that attack animation. Otherwise, if you just duck down and stay at the back edge of this little platform, she will miss you every time. So let's go ahead and buff up before we go in so we can do some extra damage to her. So I don't plan on getting hit by her, so I'm just going to use one of the red. Bottles, even though the white one does increase your damage too. Oops, that was stupid. Forgot to switch over to Frenzy Burst, so if you duck down, you'll always miss and hit the platform. And then if you hit her before she can charge it up, it'll knock her out of the animation every time. You just sit here and outwit her. Or him. See, I'm sorry, I don't know if this is a female or a male, so apologies if I get it wrong. I probably looked that stuff up. So she's gonna teleport after a second. Let's go ahead and frenzy the rest of the stuff that's down there so we don't gotta deal with it. And then we'll head on down there and finish her off. You can actually chase after her if you want, but it's a lot easier to just get into a battle with her. If you don't have either form of magic, I recommend using poison arrows and rot arrows. Not only that, if you can rot and poison her in her first phase right here, then when she goes down to the other portion, she'll tick away really slowly and you can just wait for her to lose all of her health. So those are your options, but let's go ahead and hop on down now. Go grab the Preceptor mask. So the mask that she's wearing, or he's wearing, the Preceptor. It's right over here. It's a pretty cool looking mask. Alright, buddy, where'd you go? Where you at? Oh, there you are. What? One more charge one. That should do it. Whoa, what's up, buddy? Yeah, so they can run up here, and so can she, but the wizard never really does. But I've seen the wizard go all the way up to right there, so it can come after you if it gets bored or if you take too long. Make sure that guy didn't drop a smithing stone. These guys love dropping smithing stones. Oh, good lord! Yeah, be careful because they can charge you off of the edge. The hands can. Can you please just stop? Thank you. That should do it. I think there might be one or two more hands. No, okay. So let's go ahead and drop on down here. And that lucidity spell, I think it clears madness and sleep. Check real quick. Yes. So that's the spell that we got for defeating her. Alleviates buildup of sleep and madness. So if we come over here, there's no item up on this top tier or on the chandeliers at all, but if we come over, where is it? think over here. Drop down to the rafters. So, like I said, just want to make sure that your body feels like it's inside of the frame of the rafter, and usually you'll drop right down onto it. So we got 2 items to pick up, I believe. I don't think there's any on the top part. I think they're both on the bottom. And even though these things are in the middle of the walkway, you can just kind of walk right by them. But I wouldn't recommend running. And then right here, we just roll on down onto the platform. And now we got this boss coming up, so let's talk about it. This is your first encounter with one of these guys. First thing he's going to do, and what he'll do every time you try and heal or drink a flask, he's going to throw a black fireball at you. You can parry these. You can carry in retaliation the fireballs, and it will turn the fireballs into glint blades. He has a really, really long, large thrusting sword. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Honestly thought that was like some monster or something the first time I saw it. Okay, so he's got a big thrusting sword, and a lot of his attacks are very much in the manner of like fencing. So he like steps back and he'll twirl his hand before he actually thrusts forward. He only attacks with one hand, and those thrusts are fast, they cover a large distance, and they do a ton of damage. So the best thing you can do is roll to the side when you're trying to dodge his thrusts. It's hard to explain his parry openings. You just have to watch me, and then you have to try and attempt them yourself and learn them yourself. If you miss them, he's most likely going to punish you for it. You just got to try and roll away if you do. I'm going to have a shield with block on so I can block his attacks if I do miss him. When you get to about 50% health, get him to about 50% health, he's going to explode and his belly's going to burst out. And it'll be a shockwave. It'll knock you on your back if you're close to him. And then he will turn into a big roly-poly and start rolling in a circle like a Indiana Jones ball, and he'll crush you. And he'll just come barreling around over and over and over into you, and you have to dodge it to the left when he starts rolling towards you, and then you have to run clockwise with him until he stops rolling. If you don't, if you try and dodge it like as he's coming at you, he's just going to keep hitting you. It's unbearable. So that's why I'm actually going to change over to boosting my stamina, because I'm going to have to run away from him. If I fail showcasing how to dodge his special roll, then I'll show you how you can dodge it using the environment around you. And if I fail at all of that, showing you how to parry, showing you how to dodge him, I'm going to show you how to cheese him. So, let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? Wish me luck. My hands are shaking, as always. Whew. Well, let's go ahead and get buffed up, shall we? Definitely I need some bestial vitality and blessings boon. Guess he's going to hit me. There he is. Okay, he's really susceptible to bleed and frost as well. So, here we go. And rot and all of that stuff. Oop, need the shield, don't I? And here is our first Godskin. I believe they're called apostles. See, he made me pay for that. There's the fireball. So I know that attack looked weird. I bet it did. There it is. So he's very parryable, but his timings are just so hard to explain. So That's why I'm gonna go ahead and just... Oh, here it is. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Keeping an eye on my stamina while I'm doing this. And then, but be careful when he's done, because he will come out and try and knock you on your butt. So he's gonna blow up some fire right here, and he usually follows it up with a fireball, so ready to parry. And that's how you dodge him, guys. And now he's got the ability to do the roly-poly and burst out like this. Jump up in the air at any time. I believe that's called the Godskin Noble. Yes, so that is the Noble. There's a different version. We now get his armor set, which I do like some of the pieces in it. There's a different version of him that we're going to fight very soon. As a matter of fact, in the next episode. And he's even harder. So, get your practice in parrying that guy. He's actually the weakest version of him that we're going to fight in the game. Unfortunately, we are going to see him again. So, get your practice in parrying him. Practice dodging his two special moves that you saw, the roll and the slam, where he flew up in the air and then bashed down. Just want to get practice on dodging that and learning his parries. And then you shouldn't have any trouble with that guy in the future. Oh, I ran backwards. I am such a dork. I was like, why is there a second grace here? That's why I went to go touch it. I thought I was touching it, but I was sitting down at it. My apologies, you guys. Unfortunately, we can't pull Torrent out to get across the bridge, so I'm so sorry. And there shouldn't be any other special items on this bridge. And since Renala, the Queen of the Full Moon, doesn't have a rune that we can equip, her rune is rebirthing us. This is her tower, which means there's not going to be a rune up here. That's why it's part of Ronnie's quest. We're going to find something different. And this actually, doing this, and going across this bridge, fighting him, getting this item, is actually part of Fia's quest. But unfortunately, you have to do like part of Ronnie's quest in order to get to it, so... yeah, their quests intertwine for some reason. And if you want to do one, you kind of have to do the other. Well, I guess you don't have to do Fia's, but you can because of doing Ronnie's. But if you want to do Fia's, you gotta do Ronnie's. I always love the way these towers look. And one of these towers actually has a robe in it. It's my favorite robe in the game. Can't wait to get that. In case you're wondering what that noise is, I'm just drinking some ice water. I apologize if it's really loud. I should probably stop doing that. But like I said, I get nervous and then my mouth gets dry and makes it hard to commentate, so my apologies. Grace right here, so we don't gotta run across the bridge anymore. And then a beautiful view. There's Caelid. And the next landmass, Lindell. This is Ronnie, the witch's original body. That's the centipede mark carved into her, and her hair was originally red. But this is where Ronnie left her body. So we get the Curse Mark of Death and the Stargazer Heirloom, which I believe raises your intelligence by 5. Yes. So. Alright, done with that now. Now we can head on back over to... probably the scariest part of the whole game. First we're going to do a tunnel. The tunnel's really short though. Really easy boss. And then we're going to clear out the most terrifying place of this entire game. This place is a nightmare. I know I say that of a lot of places in this, but this literally... the first time I went through these woods, I did it at nighttime by accident. And I felt the same terror and dread that I felt playing any horror game that has ever scared the bejesus out of me. So go ahead and come down a little bit and then double jump, so that way you don't jump too high. But first thing we're going to do, there's going to be a guy that's going to chase us a little bit. We're going to run off to the right and up the hill and into this tunnel. And then we're going to come out and fight all the demonic monsters that are in this woods. Because this place is... oh, this place sucks. You hear that creepy noise. That's them. Oh, yep, stay away from that. Oh, I think we went the wrong way. Let's see. So go down here behind this bridge and come across this field. So you see the bridge on the right there. I'm gonna come across this field and then hop up the edge. Stay away from all those things, those guys in the green robes. Just hop up this edge. So there's a ruins right there, bridge right there. We're on the side. See our arrows pointed straight up, so I'm gonna go up this hill, grab the root resin, and then dive on into this tunnel. And then we'll come back out and deal with everything in here. Or out there, I should say. Alright, as always, send this down and check the sides. What do you know? And sometimes I think they just forget to program in us a goodie. It's cold as ice, don't you think? Make all these steps down here and nothing on it. Yeah, it's always nice to check, though. Okay. So this tunnel is going to be pretty easy. One, we took care of in a previous episode. If you haven't done this yet, before you do this, go over here to Perfumer's Grotto and clear this cave out. Because if you don't, when you go into a certain part of this tunnel, you're going to get bombarded by a monster that's in that tunnel that you can't reach from this one. So, make sure you clear out the Perfumer's Grotto before you come here. And you'll see what I'm talking about. If you haven't done it yet, or if you haven't done it yet, you choose to do this one, you're going to see in a minute what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, I want to take my stamina out. Raise my attack back up. Let's see, dexterity and feet. That will do. Alright, so got some critters on walls and stuff on these corners. Yeah, right there. So that dude will come busting out, running at you as soon as you throw a pot at him. My apologies. I didn't think that'd make me laugh so hard. You just kind of whacked him out of the way, like, knock it off. That was awesome. Alright, Smithing Stone 5 and a Rune Arc in here. That was pretty awesome. Just literally looked like I batted him out of the way, like he was getting on my nerves. Alright, we got a bunch of snake guys in here, including one directly in the left as soon as you come in. Just let them spray Hoarfrost off everywhere. Their frost builds up quick. It's actually kind of weird. And you can't go up this branch. There's no secret up there, so don't try. I don't know why it's in there. And so, it's a pretty short one, but it's packed with these guys up here that love to come flying at you, as you saw just a few seconds ago. So let's go ahead and get them aggroed first so that we're not having to deal with more than one at a time. Oh, I thought oh, he disappeared. You can jump up in the air again? Yeah, again? It's kind of funny. Alright, and then there's one more right there. So if you run into the middle, start attacking these guys are going to come all flying at you at the same time. Pretty annoying, so. Darn it. Where'd you go? Yeah, there you go. And then one more dude just throwing magic bolts. Get him out of the way. That should be the last of them. Knock it off. Okay. Oh wait, no, there's a few more in here. Gonna come running right at you. Whoa, that was a good shot. Where is he? Where you at, man? I know you're in here. What? There you are. Oh, I couldn't see him. Alright, so those are the last free guys. All the rest of them are working. So grab some arteria leaves. Check the walls for stones. There's one right there. You guys aren't dropping me a lot of smithing stones. It's not cool. So that way is to the boss room, but first we got one more side path we're gonna go check out. And so this, if you had not cleared out the Perfumer's Grotto, is where you would have some issues. Because you come around the corner, and you're gonna get bombarded by that falling star beast, or whatever they're called. The larval form of it. So we fought it when we went through the Perfumer's Grotto. A lot of people will come here first, and they're like, how do I get over there? But it's from a different cave. So for here, we gotta drop down dangerously onto this to get upwards. Because there's 3 different tiers with a talisman up there, so I drop down onto this branch. Unfortunately, it's kind of freaky. And then, yeah, let's go down here first. Protect off the wall. This guy. Grab that, and then we'll hop on back up. Take your time walking up this thing, don't rush. Until you get to the top, and then you can jump. And grab this. And so that'll boost your equip load. So if you have a free talisman slot and you're trying to carry too much armor and weapons and you want to up your equip load, that Arsenal Charm is pretty good. Then we get one more version of it. It's really, really good later in the game. A bunch of snails in here, so take them out first before you start buffing up. And there's a couple of smithing stones you don't want to miss. And the boss is just 2 Crystalians, and since we've already fought 3 putrid Crystalians over in Caelid, this should be a total cakewalk. Just gonna lay into them with some incantations from the Crucible Knights. Call it good. I'm not even gonna, well, I guess we can summon Oleg just to speed things up, so. But I'm not even gonna need a buff, except for attack power. Well, I guess I'll parry the spear. Yeah, I'm just gonna have fun. Punk. Don't get close, dude. Ooh. Fair hit, fair hit. It's delayed. I think his shield is broke, I'm not too sure. Let's give him a shot. Oh no, that was just the frost. There's the shield break. Yeah, so you can frost these guys, I guess, before you break your shield. That did some damage. Hey, can you stop doing your little spinning thing, please? I'd really love to knock you up in the air. Can I do it again, please? One more. For third time's a charm. There you go. Yeah, these guys are fun. I love funding them. Alright, before that we can buy Somber Smithing Stone 3 and 4s, just in case you needed them. Alright, Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and get to work on the scariest forest in the entire game. I hate this place. Really, really do. Can't wait to be done with it. How many runes we got? 30,000? Yeah, we're good. Alright, so first things first, we're going to hop right off the bridge and come over and fight a boss. And then we'll go around, clear out the ruins, go down. There's a rise over here that we can solve and get a spell out of. And then we'll end the episode up in this village with the windmills. So let's get to it. So this is not what we want. We do not want to go through these woods at nighttime. Sit down and make it morning. I promise you, if you go through this at nighttime, it's going to be excruciatingly intense. These things are literal monsters from a horror game, so even no matter what time you make it, it's going to be foggy because they're trying to freak you out. So I promise you, this is a freaky part of the game. Okay. Oh no, no, no. Okay, I thought it didn't let me double jump. Alright, you guys, so we got a few of these and some tree guardians, guys with gold spears, or the gold halberds, that we got to take out on the way over to the actual tree. And then at the tree is going to be a big one. It's going to be a boss. So we'll go there, we'll snipe out the enemies that are around the boss, and then we'll actually fight the boss. If these things are freaking you out, fight them on torrent. But don't fight more than one at a time. And when you fight it, you want to take it down. There's one over there swinging at something. You want to take them down as fast as you can. You do not want these things to group up on you. They can pick you up. They can gobble you. So just be absolutely ready to shred them to pieces as soon as you see them. Like this. See, I didn't even want this guy to start fighting. You do not want to fight these guys. They are just horrific enemies to fight. What we do want to do is we see there's the boss right there, actually, right above my head. So what we want to do is we want to start clearing out all of the guys that are around here that might come towards us as we're fighting the boss. So let's go ahead and use target lock. Let's see if we can burn out these guardians first. Yes, we can. Want to make sure none of these worm faces over here are close enough to come into this battle either. The battle should be quick, but it's really intense. And if it freaks you out and you don't like fighting this thing on foot, hop on torrent. But you're going to be riding on torrent for quite a while, running back and forth, trying to hit this thing. Just want to make sure we got all of his guardians. Oh, there's a few more, I think. Yes. So good. I think that's all of them. Okay, so this is the big one. It's a Wormface. It loves to grab you. So it's like literally its combo is just to do like 3 or 4 grabs in a row. So don't think just because it tried to grab you once that it's done. It'll try and grab you again and then eat you. And then it also just spits out non-stop humongous clouds of Death Blight. Remember, if Death Blight builds up all the way, it kills you instantly. No matter what your health is, no matter what level, no matter your defense, doesn't matter. It ignores everything in the entire game. Whew, I thought he was standing up. And it'll kill you instantly. So it's not something you want to get caught by. We are going to hit it with Holy. We're actually going to fight it with the Halo Scythe. But first things first is we're going to buff up the Mimic. I want to go a little bit of distance because I don't want the Mimic to immediately start walking towards him and fighting. So, alright, let's get buffed up. And so this will go on the Mimic as well. See? So now the Mimic is buffed up too. Alright, we are all buffed up. Let's hit this thing from a distance. If you want, you can go up behind it and start attacking it with, what do you call it? Just charged attacks and stuff like that to get it to start taking stagger damage right away, but oh gosh, that hit. Alright. So you want to dodge the death blight clouds. And of course you want to stay away from any grabs that it might try and do. Ooh, good lord, that was big. So I am near dying. Oh, my mimic is almost gone. No, no. It's close. So now it's letting off a huge cloud. Man, I don't even think I'm hitting it. Oh gosh. I'm dead. Oh, grab me. Get away from me. That went about as bad as it could possibly go. Oh, what was that? There's the grab. There's another grab. And another one. Man. Okay. My Mimic got death blighted. So my Mimic had full health. And I was wondering, like, hey, where's my Mimic? But it made that yell. It went, oh, because it was dying. It got death blighted. I didn't know that the Mimic could get death blighted, so careful of that. That sucked. It killed my Mimic, had full health, and it went down because it got caught up in that cloud. So, yep, that's death blight. Unfortunately, you didn't get to see the death animation. It's pretty wicked. But, yeah, we get a couple of crystal tears for that. Whew, man, this thing is a nightmare. So that's the biggest one in the forest. The rest of them are all a lot smaller, but there are a ton left. So there's a big group right over here, sitting together, just shooting the breeze. There's actually one over here talking to a slug. It's actually kind of, I don't know, weirdly cute. Right there. Feel kind of bad to go up and actually ruin their friendship, but there's a group over there, there's a group down there. You don't want to fight these guys at the same time, so we're going to pull them out one at a time and start chopping them up. Ow. I don't know what that guy just hit me. Ooh, I'm fat rolling because this guy just... Oh my gosh, I'm moving so slow. That's crazy. So these slugs will make you move slow. Oh goodness. I don't even think I could run. That's interesting. See, I'm at a medium load, but... Oh, there we go. Went off. Guess it only lasts a few seconds. Never really seen what happens when those slugs hit you, so I guess they'll make you fat roll. Alright, where's the other group? That's another slug. There they are. So, like I said, you want to pull one of these guys out one at a time, and then just chop them up as they come towards you. And to make it easy, you know, give them... Oh, 2 charged bursts just to... Oh, I thought he was dead. Oh, he hit me. Stuff is nasty. So I guess 1 charged burst, 2, and then a knife. Ooh, almost. Stop. Yeah, a couple of knives should do the trick. But over here, you do not want to fight these guys at the same time. You can also get on Torrent. That's pretty quick, too, as far as taking them down, but you're going to be riding back and forth, coming in, swiping them, trying to avoid the clouds. So it's busy work, taking out all these guys. Knock it off. Like I said, you're doing this at nighttime, though, it's going to look freaky. Of course these guys would drop gold poop, you guys. What else would they drop? Alright, since we got one left, we can just sneak up behind him and give him the bee's knees. Should be all of them around the tree. So now we can go start clearing out these ruins, which there are a ton in the ruins. If you're running low on flasks and whatnot, there's some cerulean tears right there. Scarabs. So go ahead and fill up on my flasks. Oh, the other one disappeared. Should grab all the holy flowers around the tree. Some root resin. Go poop? Yeah, go poop. So Golden Slam is basically the same thing as the other slam. Ash of War that we have, only it does holy damage. So pretty cool. You gonna come out, dude? Ooh. God, they look freaky, don't they? Definitely not fun to fight at night. Ooh, I didn't see you there. Oh, dang it, you punk. Stop shooting me in slow goo. It's not cool, guys, not cool. Alright, it's got a cookbook right here. And then, of course, that Golden Slam. There we go. That's everything in the ruins around the tree. So, took out this boss. So the ruins kind of goes from down at the bottom all the way up to the top, and then over here, just a bunch of foliage and monsters, and then that rise that we got to solve. And then we'll head up and into the next village. Never ever come back to these woods because these woods suck. Hate these woods. Alright, so let's go ahead and head on down back towards the bridge where we started, and we're just going to wrap around it. There's just a couple of worm faces to clear out down over here. So the rest I'm going to try and fight on Torrent just to kind of speed things up. Just stay away from the clouds like this, especially when they're puking up like that. Just right by them and give them the what for. That's kind of interesting because the soldiers aren't friends with these things. Watch out for the gloop that falls down right there. Basically, if you see a little shiny in the middle of something, it's most likely a trap. Look around. You're going to see an enemy somewhere. But the soldiers of Lindell aren't friends with these things. There's some soldiers over here, and if you see them, they're actually attacking a Wormface as he comes by. And they'll fight. Here, let me see if it death blights this guy. See if he gets death blighted. Oh, we can't see it. Oh well. So, yeah, just got an interesting little tidbit. Thought I'd showcase that real quick. Let's move on. We're actually going to go right down that way and take out that worm face that they just fought. Don't worry about that group over there and everything. We're going to come back this way. We're just going to come over here and grab this grace real quick. Don't sit down at the grace, because it'll respawn all the worm faces that we've already taken out. We'll come back for that Ash of War and all that. Group over there. Oh, he's still fighting them. Oh, good lord, buddy. What's going on? I didn't even see you. Being sneaky. Wow. That was freaky. See, this is why you don't want to go through these woods at night. This is that exact reason right there. That is reaches far. de-aggroed. I almost died there. Honk. Yeah, getting death blighted, not good. Not fun. Alright, so just wanted to do that so we could wrap under the bridge, and then we're going to clear all that out up to this top part of the bridge, and then we'll come down back to this grace that we just picked. So let's go ahead and grab all the goods, all the foliage, all the stuff. Oh, these are where the slugs drop down. Yeah, if you do this during the daytime, it's not so bad. But, man, at night, if you like horror games, make it nighttime. This place will freak you right out. Freak me out, that's for sure. Okay, so this is up by where the tunnel is. And we gotta clear out these rooms right here. So, there's a bunch of them all grouped up. Go ahead and start pulling them out one at a time. So that big one was the only big one in the woods, but it's not the last big one we'll see in the game. But all the rest of them are just medium-sized ones. Ooh, I didn't think I was going to hit it. Right here. Oh, you got lucky. Oh, died. What's that guy doing? You can't see me, can you? Oh, he's stuck on the wall. Aww. The way that hits me, what does it say? Honk. Yeah, projectiles are the best way to deal with these guys. Otherwise, get on torrent. Because otherwise, they group up on you, you're going to get caught in that cloud. I mean, you saw just what one of these guys can do to you with the cloud. Yeah, if they group up on you, it's not going to go well, I promise. So, since we got two more in there, let's go ahead and sight this last one too. Oh, missed, buddy. Over here. Oh gosh, that's gonna hit me. Alright, there's only one more, so we can sneak up on him. Usually if the enemies are up top instead of inside here, then that means there's not going to be any enemies when you come down to get the treasure chest. So Wrath Gold is same thing as the other Shockwave Ash of War that we have, only this one does holy damage. Get a lot of cool holy spells in this Altus Plateau area. Okay, so that's the bottom part. We're going to go head up and do the other two parts. And just make sure you go around the outside edges and collect all the foliage that you see. Like this root resin. Good stuff. That's how we make the grease. Which I know we haven't really been using too much grease. But, I mean, if you're going through the game using the weapon like, what do you call it? Bloodhound's Fang? I mean, yeah, you're going to want as much root resin as you want. Because that can't change the affinity on that, so you gotta use grease on that weapon, but it's good enough that you could defeat the whole game just with it alone. Which is the same with any weapon, it's just some weapons will take a little bit more work than others because they don't have the same damage output. Unfortunately, some weapons just are stronger than others in this game, so sad truth of it. Alright, so that's everything around here. Let's go this way. Oh. Gimme. So, now that we've cleared out these ruins, we want to start going until we hear the and then we know that we got some more Wormfaces to deal with. So this is the second part. Should just be slugs in this one. Oh. this is where the small one was talking with the slug. Yeah. So that's the second part right there that we just went through, and now we're going for the third part. There should be a few groups in there. Let's pull this guy out. Is he the only one? That's weird. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Why did that do more damage? I wonder why. The other ones took like 2 or 3 of those to... No, do it. Punk. Okay, didn't hit me. Dang it. So Icon Shield, I believe it heals your HP as you have it on. Oh, good lord. Okay. Yep. Gradually restores carrier's HP. So as long as you have that shield on, it'll restore your HP, which, let's go ahead and do that. So look, I've taken some hits. It's like, yeah, I don't want to use any flasks right now, but I don't know where there's a, you know, whatchamacallit, site of grace nearby. Oh, no, that puts me at a heavy load. Forgot this is pretty heavy, so let's take off the turtle shield. So I'll put that on, and let's say the mask, the skeleton mask, this one. So this entire, well, that'll be making me a heavy load, so let's go ahead and take off this. Yep, there we go. So just having those 3 things on, look at my health. Slowly ticking back up. Now I don't gotta use a health flask. I have 8. I can just keep all 8. Let that build up for a little bit. And then in a few seconds I'll have full health. Well, not a few seconds, just like a minute, maybe 2. And so that's a good way to keep from having to use flasks that you desperately need, especially if you're in like a dungeon or something like that, or just like, you know, take a break. You know, you're in a dungeon, you've gone through like half of it, you feel like you're still not done, and you're far away from a grace. Just go ahead and pop all that stuff on, take a break, set your control down somewhere safe, go grab a snack, stretch your legs, whatnot, and then come back to full health. So that's everything in the ruins and the tree. So we still got some Wormfaces, but now we're going to go up into this clearing. You're going to see a town that we're going to head up towards here in a little bit, towards the end of the episode, which we're getting close to. Might actually fight the boss in the town. I mean, I didn't think I was going to clear out the woods so quick, but we'll see how long it takes me to get to the Mirage. So the Godskin noble that we just fought, we're going to fight the apostle up in this Windmill Village, which is kind of his counterpart. It's not the same boss, but you'll see what I mean. And he is not parryable whatsoever. I think he's got like 2 parry openings I've ever found, and they are extremely hard to hit. I struggled with them with Carian retaliation. Maybe I just sucked, but I could not parry him. And I've yet to see other people who do challenges parry him completely. So it's better to just cheese him. Get a gold seed for our troubles. I still haven't told you guys yet how to cheese these guys, because I want you to experience and fight them and get to know their moveset, because we're going to see them a few more times under really bad circumstances. So I want you guys to come into those future battles ready to go. And Okay, we're all healed up, so let's go ahead and take all this stuff off. But yeah, I want you guys to come into future battles with these guys prepared and knowledgeable about what they do and stuff like that. So for the second one coming up, I'm also not going to cheese him. I'm going to show you guys how to fight him fair and square. But I might do a summon for it. We have a summon available as an option for fighting him, so I might summon for him. Okay, so now we're making it back down towards this bridge where these other guys are. Oh, what? Oh gosh, that's not good. Yeah, so don't even try and stay near and fight them. If they start spitting that stuff out, just move. Get out of there. There we go. Okay, I guess this guy hasn't noticed us yet, so let's go ahead and sneak up on him. Oh, dang it. That's right. Knock it off. Grab this lump of flesh. So right here, we're gonna head up and go up near this bridge. There's a spirit spring in there. Go ahead and ignore it. If you take it, it'll launch you up to the top of this bridge that we're gonna be at in the next episode. So it'll also take you to an NPC that we need to talk to progress one of our friends' quest lines. So in here we should have some slugs and just a single Wormface sitting with them. Let's go ahead and pull him out. Okay, so this is behind the bridge. A bunch of gold fireflies in here. If you're looking for gold fireflies to farm for gold pickled foulfoots, some in the swamp right here. And then, like I said, that bridge right there, there's an NPC on it. That's why I put a little guy there. And that spirit spring will take you all the way to the top of it. So we're not going to take that yet. Okay. Some butterflies right there. Some red resin. Should be a Wormface right around the corner. Everything, so we're gonna go up along the edge here because there's another group of 4 or 5 of them that we don't want to run into. So there's the golden tree. Oh. So this ledge right up here. So I'll show you where we're at. Came across the bridge. Right here is where the gold seed was. Everything this point on has been wiped out. We just got this chunk left. So come up here. We're just gonna pull one of these guys out a few at a time. Snipe them from up here so that we don't have to deal with the whole group of them. Right over there. They're hard to see, but they're all sitting around a little thing. I don't know why I can't move my lock. It's weird, it's only letting me lock onto one of them. There's about 4 or 5 of them over there. Let's go ahead and light them up. And then they're going to come up to this ledge right here, so get some pots out so we can just go ahead and pelt them. Oh, there's one right there too. Can't see you, buddy. Lightning works really well, especially if you're on the dexterity side. So like I said, if this happens, turn camera so it'll lock on, and then just go ahead and start pelting again. So turn the camera, lock on, and start pelting. What? How dare you? So you might have a hard time sniping these guys from up here unless you use a bow and arrow or a great bow. I mean, look at that, I'm not even hitting him. Let's see if we can throw a kukri. Nothing. And it's not letting me lock onto his friend either. Oh, there we go. That's so weird. Normally this hits him. Well, this has been patched to 1.9. There we go. When I did this part, I was in 1.8, so maybe they patched some stuff. Who knows? What? Normally I don't have so much trouble hitting these guys from up here. Got it. That's good enough. I think there's just 2 more. So we'll go ahead and just fight them on Torrent. Save time. Normally I've been able to snipe the whole group from up there, but for some odd reason they were being temperamental. So that's the bridge we came in on. Which means that site of grace is down there. I'm just making sure we got all the goodies around here. Always good to double check. Remember, this golden roa is different from the roa fruit that we've been picking up, so make sure you pick up all the golden roa you see. It's just used for making medicine and stuff like that. We'll use it in the Lake of Rot, but it's not that important. You can just sell it. Alright, so should be a few more guys. Let's go take them down. All that for a butterfly. And see, that's more of a lore thing. Why were they sitting around that butterfly? That's the kind of stuff you gotta ask yourself, and helps you put together kind of the history of the world and where we're at and stuff. So there's the Mirage right down there. It's way more uncomfortable than I wanted it to be. Alrighty, let's go over here, got this. Go do the Mirage puzzle, which does have a few Wormfaces, but not too many. Almost done with these woods. Thank heavens. Once again, do not sit down at that grace, so we'll respawn everything. You'll have to do it all over, or you'll at least have to deal with it when we're trying to traverse through here. So definitely pull these guys out one at a time, because they're... Oh, not these guys. Dang it. Well, we'll still fight these guys real quick. Oh no! That's not what we want. We do not want to fight 2 at the same time. 1 is fine. 1 we can handle, but 2 at the same time, no way. Punk. Oh, his head was lowered. I hit him in the head. That's why that did so much damage. Okay. Yeah, he was lowering his head to puke out, and that's when I hit him. It did over 1,000 damage. These are the guys we want to pull out one at a time. These guys walking in a circle because they're guarding an Ash of War or a Smithing Stone. So let's go ahead and get them out one at a time. Don't aggro the Scarab. I mean, you can try and snipe the Scarab if you want, but if it goes in the opposite direction, then, you know, you have to go chase it. So it's better to just pull these guys out, take them down one at a time, and then go ahead and attack the Scarab. I'm starting to get nighttime, but luckily we're almost done with these woods. Somber 5. Alright, so that's it. We have cleared out all the worm faces. There might be one or two over here, but we've cleared out everything, collected all the foliage, all the goods from the ruins, beaten all the bosses. We're done with these woods. We just gotta go solve the Mirage puzzle, which actually requires us to go up here. You see that little blue thing over there, so let's go turn it on real quick, and then we'll take out... I think we gotta hit some imps in order to activate it. One of them is hidden under a rock. So it took me a long time to find that one. There should be a few more worm faces over here. Board. Right off. No stamina. Fortunately, if you can hear that weird noise, that means there's still more of them. There he is. Stop laughing. So I believe this is where the rise will be. Yeah, Mirage Rise. Touch 3 Phantom Crests. So yeah, it gives you a map to tell you where they are. Touch Phantom. And then after we touch the third one, it'll pop up. The rise will pop up right where we're standing. So make sure you grab all the foliage, and if you see messages up in the air, that's the reason why. It's because there's going to be a rise there in a second for us to go up. That'll take you up towards church, which we will do in the next episode, I promise. Okay, so there's the second one. You can see it clear as day. But there's going to be some imps, and they will keep respawning. These imps will. You can't take them down. They'll keep respawning until you touch this. So just go up and touch it, and it'll take care of the imps. So now they'll disappear. But it should, yeah. I was like, I say, what's going on, guys? Go away. So don't try and fight the imps. They'll just keep respawning infinitely. You have to take out the, or touch the crest in order to kill them. There's one more hidden under a rock over here. Honestly, the only reason I found it was because the imps were near it, but I had no idea it was going to be inside of a rock, which is aggravating. So you'll see the imp right there. And up that way will lead us towards the road where Corin is, and where the road that we took to get to these woods. Yeah. So up over here, you're going to see a weird rock with a light under it. Right there. Touch the crest. Touch it. Or the phantom, whatever. And you'll see the imp died, and now the rise is there. And this is where the globs fell down on us. Right back at the start. So, we are done with the woods. Let's go up in the rise and get our prize. And we will fight the Godskin Apostle this episode. And I can't parry him. He's not an easy parry like the Noble was. So we are going to try and frost and freeze him. Or, I'm sorry, frost and bleed him as quick as we can. And then maybe stay back and shoot off some halo rings at him. Nothing behind us. Oh well. Let's bring eggs. 2 invisibility sorceries. Turns your weapon invisible, and it turns you invisible from a distance. It's not 100%, so don't think you can just turn that on and start walking around unseen wherever you go. You're gonna get attacked. It's just from a distance. It'll help keep you from being seen sooner, so you can get past some areas with enemies in case you don't want them to see you. But it's not like 100%, so don't think you'll turn that on and all of a sudden you can just walk up and start attacking enemies without them noticing you. They will instantly see you and give you the business, so be careful. But it is handy. It's not as good as a different Ash of War that we're going to get. That was weird. Whoa. Grace is freaking out, thinking that something's around trying to attack us. Doesn't feel like there's anything chasing us. Okay, we're going to head up and ride up towards this Windmill Village, and we're just going to head past everything in it straight to the boss. And then the next episode, we'll leave the Windmill Village going out that way, and we will collect everything that we skipped this one in this episode. But I just want to go ahead and get the Godskin Apostle out of the way, because he is annoying. So let's go ahead and talk about him while we're riding up. He's slender and skinny, as opposed to big and fat like the Godskin Apostle, so he likes to jump around. Well, the Godskin Apostle jumps around too, but the Noble likes to jump around a lot, and he can turn his body really like kind of like slimy, and it stretches out. And it does this weird attack where the first part of it, he'll stretch out and come towards you with his twin blade. He'll swipe it at you. And then directly after that, well, it's hard to explain. Like his feet. Yeah. So a bunch of crazy ladies in here. They're going to come running at you trying to take you down. Go ahead and give them the what for. I wouldn't fight them off torn. They're pretty vicious. If they connect like that, they'll do some damage. So, recommend fighting them on torrent. But his whole entire top half will extend and come at you with the twin blade, and the bottom half will stay in place. Then after the top half does a complete circle with the twin blade and swoop towards you, the bottom half will then follow, and it's weird. You'll see it. It's super hard to explain, but it's a pretty annoying move that you got to learn how to dodge if you're going to fight him, because it's powerful, and if you mess up the dodge on it, it'll probably 1 or 2 shot you depending on your vigor. So I thought I saw an item somewhere. Oh, there it is. And so down there, we're going to go down that road next episode to grab a grace and do some stuff, but this is the village that we want to head into right now. And like I said, we'll come down this way and collect everything in this village. Right now we're just going to run straight to the top. Oh lord, we need to level up first. Straight to the top, get this boss fight over with. Alright, this is not going to be easy either. At some point, we're going to get chased by some of these crazy happy ladies. Not all of them are nice. Some of them are hostile, especially with the dog. So the dogs will come out, and that'll turn the ladies hostile, and then they'll start coming after us, especially these two right here that are praying. They're not nice. So go ahead and take them down and wait for the dogs to come back up. So the Godskin nobles are right over that hill. Yep, here they come. I'll make sure these one's not gonna aggro on me. There he is right there. Okay. I don't think the dog's gonna follow us. No. Okay. So there he is. As soon as we walk up, he's going to start walking down. There's a gold summon sign. That's Millicent. You can summon Millicent for this fight. But as I'm trying to showcase this guy's moveset, how he attacks, how to dodge him, best things to do, I'm going to go ahead and not summon Millicent. But if I go down, then I will pull Millicent out and do it over properly and try and get this taken care of really quick. But otherwise, buff up here. As soon as we get to Millicent's sign, he'll actually start walking down the hill, so go ahead and buff up right here. As long as we don't attack these ladies behind us, they won't bother us. Let's keep dancing. So like I said, it's gonna be more of a melee fight where I'm just trying to frost and bleed him as quick as I can. He could rot him, but I don't think it's really worth it. I don't think that this would knock him up in the air, so let's do that. So yeah, he likes to throw fireballs just like his buddy does. That's a good chance to hit him. Missed him. Yeah, there's a double swipe. Oh, and that's a special move of his. That's real good if it catches you. That hurt. So yeah, he input reads you and likes to throw fireballs at you. So I'm actually gonna pull this out. So yeah, see the parry openings are just absolutely super fast on him. Not even worth to try it. You can throw something at him while he's doing that. I'm going to try and heal. Here's his second phase where he's going to start doing this bendy stuff. So his top half will come at you, and then his bottom half will swoop around, and then he'll do a circle with his top half. And then that is a tornado you want to get away from. He's going to slam down, do an explosion. It's a good chance to throw stuff at him. Pretty good at dodging stuff. And that's the Godskin Apostle. And like I said, you could have summoned Millicent for that. For that we get our next Twin Blade. Scales with Dexterity, the Godskin Peeler. Probably the best Twin Blade in the game. One of them at least. Does the most damage, physical damage. This is interesting. Just checking to see if there's any foliage behind here, but nope. Got a verba. And so if we go ahead and hit this Grace and sit down, Millicent should pop up. So yeah, that's a rough fight. If you guys are having trouble, summon Millicent right there, and she'll help you out. And if not, if you're having trouble with the Godskin Noble on the bridge and you're having trouble with that Godskin Apostle right there, go ahead and pull out some sleep pots. Just one pot is all it takes to sleep both those bosses. And they sleep hard too. So you can put them to sleep and leave them there for like 5 minutes while you buff up and just eat a sandwich and stuff and nothing will happen. So, oof, this looks freaky when it's all nighttime. So go ahead and bust out some sleep arrows, sleep pots, put them to sleep. Frost them, bleed them, start building up stagger damage so that when they stand back up, you can smash them. And that's how you cheese those. But otherwise, if you're fighting them fair and square, that's how you fight them. So, next episode, since we took care of that, next episode we will clear out this village on our way down here, and then we'll come over and talk to Gold Mask on this bridge. So we'll clear out the other parts of the village through here. And then we'll go under the bridge and we'll grab 2 of the best strength hammers in the game. We'll come down to this church right here, get a couple of awesome weapons, and finish an NPC's questline. We'll grab a first Site of Grace right here for Mount Gelmir, but we're not going to explore Mount Gelmir yet. We'll double back, and from here, we'll come up and grab a Grace and then we'll make our way through some ballistas. We'll do a tower. We'll fight a rebirthing enemy here. Turns into a different creature. And then we'll grab a Grace and see how long that takes. That takes like an hour. Then we'll spend the next hour going through this little chunk, which this little chunk right here sucks. We got a Hero's Grave and a dragon to fight right there, and it's not fun. But the next episode, we're going to get some of the best weapons in the entire game. So just one more episode for this half of the Altus Plateau, and then unfortunately we got an entire other half over here that'll take us a few episodes to get through. Then after that, we will head into Mount Gelmir. We'll come over here and finish the last bit of Altus Plateau right there, and then we'll head into Mount Gelmir, and we'll do all that. And after the Altus Plateau and the Mount Gelmir are taken care of, then we got some legacy dungeons and some more stuff underground to take care of. We got a couple of quest lines to wrap up, and then we'll head into the next landmass. So making progress, guys, making progress. So in the next one, we'll go down and talk to Millicent about the battle that we just had. So gonna go ahead and end it here, though. So if you got any questions, please leave them in the comment section, and if I don't know the answer, I'll try my best to find you the answer. If you are a content creator, you got constructive criticism on how I can make this series better, please feel free to share it with me. I'm always looking to learn from anybody, because I'm new to this, and I'm excited and eager to learn. So I just ask that you please be kind. Just telling me I suck isn't going to help me. I really do want to learn how to do better at this. So yeah, that's going to do it, you guys. Until the next one, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, because I love you guys. See you later.